I want to share about the spoon theory and what it really means, where it originated, and what being a spoonie is all about. And it should be interesting because I'm actually pretty low spoons right now, so we'll see how the brain fog handles this. But the spoon theory originates from a woman who had lupus, and I believe the story goes that she was out to a meal with a friend, and a friend asked her over the meal what living with lupus was like. What did it feel like to be living with a chronic illness? And so this woman grabbed a visual aid to explain to this woman about what's happening inside of her body, because sometimes visuals are a little bit more helpful. And the objects that she grabbed were spoons. And so in this example, she used spoons to describe her energy level, and then later wrote it in an essay, and it kind of became this tangible thing that people with chronic illnesses were able to relate to. So her definition or explanation of the spoon theory is that for those living with a chronic illness, it's like every day you are given 10 spoons. And at the start of the day, you get these 10 spoons. And for every activity that you do, everything that happens throughout that day, it will cost you spoons to do those things. Now, spoons equate to energy levels. So, washing your hair, making breakfast, driving to work, being at work, a stressful situation, exercising, even fun things, anything that you can think of that's something that you do with your body or your mind will cost spoons. So each of those activities will cost a certain amount of spoons. Let's say 1 spoon to wash your hair and 4 spoons to go to work. Now, you can spend all spoons in a day and maybe you still want to do more things. So you can borrow spoons from tomorrow. However, it will take you a while to recover new spoons. You will not have as many the next day. And the only way to gain new spoons is to rest and recover. So people who are spoonies are people who have limited energy and have to be really mindful about where they use that energy, because they don't have an unlimited amount. I have another friend with a chronic illness who equated it to battery percentage level on her phone, which I think is a really tangible thing for people in the modern age, is that when your phone gets down to like 15% of battery, you get really careful about what apps you open or how long you're on your phone or how often you check, because you really want to save your phone battery. And perhaps you won't know when you're going to charge your phone again or how long the charge will hold. So you're really careful about that little time that you have. So people with a chronic illness have 15% of battery of life every day is another way to think of it. So initially when I heard the spoon theory, it didn't really resonate with me, and moons resonated with me a little bit more. And so I used the phases of the moon to help me describe and understand where my energy levels were for that day. So if I was really feeling great, I would say I'm full moon energy. And if it was starting to die down, I'd be waning, or if I was gaining energy, I'd be waxing. And if I had no energy at all, I'd be total new moon, no energy whatsoever. So this was a vocabulary that my partner and I used, and it really worked for me. But then when I got the full understanding of the spoon theory, that made a lot more sense to me. And actually my latest art edition was a spoon for myself, which was really a reminder to me that no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what obligations I may think that I might have, it's a reminder for me to always keep at least 1 spoon for myself so I'm not fully depleted. Because I can't speak for other spoonies, but I know for myself, when I've given out all of my spoons, which happens quite regularly before the day is done, I am bedridden and stuck in bed. You never know for how long, however long it takes me to recover my spoon. So today I've been bedridden. Energy's coming back now a little bit, but I was bedridden for about 4.5 hours. Just totally out of spoons, out of energy, 0% battery on my phone, and rest and downtime is the only thing that really recovers spoons. So the spoon theory is really just as simple as that. It's just a tangible way to explain limited energy levels and how you spend them and use them. So spoonies, or people with chronic illnesses, have to be very careful about their energy and how they use it on a day-to-day basis, because it is a very limited thing. I'm gonna use my spoons to pacify my kitty now. And every day is different. So you never know what your spoon levels will actually be like, and how much spoons are really going to be spent on each activity, because that changes day to day too. So it's really an ever-changing thing for each individual person. Yeah, so that's pretty much the spoon theory. And I think that's as far as my brain will allow me to dive into right now. But please ask questions or share more information if you know more about it with myself and with others, so that way we can stay connected and inform each other, and keep the conversation going and help each other have a better understanding of what it's like to be a spoonie. Okay, thanks.